Welcome everyone to the female bodybuilding channel. And today, finally, the moment we've been waiting for ages. Chakera Ingram or CC Ingram is in the building. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
So, as you know, well, I don't know sure if you know, because we've been harassing you on DM now for a week or two, but we're the female bodybuilding channel, and we talk to all the female bodybuilders. We follow the scene very closely. And I think last year we posted an Instagram picture of you on our Instagram and sayings, and we never post strong, we call it strong woman. What do you call it? Strong woman? It's powerlifters. Because we simply focus on women's bodybuilding and women's physique. So we never post strong women or powerlifters because we cover women's bodybuilding with the Pro League, you know? But we saw you and we were like, oh, what's going on? Because you have not only round and strong, you have the it factor, you know? So we were like, well, maybe one day she will grow up and do women's bodybuilding.
Right?
And then I was scrolling on DM, and we often discuss who's some talents. And he said, hey, do you know who I just started working with? I said, who? And he mentions a lot of names. I was like, yeah. And then he said, CC Ingram. I said, what? You working? Is she doing women's bodybuilding? And he said, yes, bro. And it's going to be the takeover. And I called JB, and he was he couldn't believe his own eyes or ears. So announce it here first on the female bodybuilding channel, please. What are the plans of CC Ingram?
Well, Cece takes it one day at a time. This is why I hired a coach. I want to stress about the prep, stress about, what I need to do. I'm just being a good soldier right now. And doing what I can every day. So I don't have like a set plan on, what the next day is going to look like or what 6 weeks is going to look like. That's where I would have to come in and give that information.
But we are doing?
Yes, we are doing it. It is most definitely happening. We are set to do the Chicago Pro in July. So right now I'm in off season, just putting on more size. That way, when it's time to get in prep, we have something to cut into.
So for the people who don't understand what you're saying, we are doing the international, what's it called? The Chicago International, what is it called again? The International?
Yes, I want to say that's to my understanding, I've never competed in bodybuilding before. Up until this point, all I've done is powerlifting. So this is brand new for me. So I'm still learning the correct terminology. So I don't want to sound ignorant, but I know from what Brandon was telling me that there's a novice place for me at that show. So I want to say it's the Chicago Pro Miss International.
Yeah. So it's called, for people at home, the Miss International. That's an MPC Pro qualifier. It's probably, that's a Tim Gardner production, Wings of Strength thing. You're going to do the pro qualifier there. You're going to dominate. Guaranteed. This is no discussion. Guaranteed, because we've seen.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Because we've seen the heavyweights. We've seen the heavyweights this year in America, so there's no question you're gonna take it. Okay. And then you're gonna do the pro show the next day.
That's my understanding. That's what the game plan is.
Yeah. Hunter, you have a fellow strong woman, Hunter Henderson. You know her?
Yes, Hunter is awesome. I know her from the powerlifting world. She's beautiful.
She did the same thing last year. She turned pro at the international thing, and then she got second place in her pro debut, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And she's
a strong competitor out there.
Yeah. So obviously, a little bit before your physique, talk to us. We've seen your strength, but who are you? Introduce us. We want to know you more. So who are you?
Okay, so I am CC Ingram, aka the She-Hulk. Yeah. I am now 26, so I came into the powerlifting world around the age of 19 and dominated there. So I retired about 2 years ago as the strongest woman in the world with 24 all-time world records to my name. At that time, I owned the 181s, 198s weight class, the classic raw and raw, the open and the juniors. And then I also held the largest deadlift record at that time. So,
This is
yeah.
at what age?
600 pounds 4 times.
At
So
20, at 23 years old or something?
So I started out when I very first came into powerlifting. My very first meet, I actually placed myself as number 2 in the world in my weight class. So that was around the age of 19 going on 20. And then since then, it's just been an upward growth. So when I retired around the age of 24, going on 25, that's when I,
Why did you retire?
So why did I retire?
Yeah.
Honestly, at that point in time in my life, I just wanted to do something different. I didn't have the same drive to continue to do the sport as I did when I first came in. My ultimate goal at the age of 13 was to become the strongest woman in the world. I started powerlifting all the way back in Texas around the age of 13 in high school. And so from there up until mid-adult, that was the goal, was to become the world's strongest woman. So when I accomplished it, wanted to do something different.
And there is a women's physique pro that has She-Hulk. She's stolen your name, by the way. You know that?
Well, I mean, it's for everybody. You know, there's a She-Hulk in everybody.
That's good. That's good.
I don't think she's as strong as you. That's for sure. So anyway, women's bodybuilding. Do you know anything about it?
Outside of I'm not gonna say I don't know anything about it, but I've never competed. For quite some time now, I've looked up to women like Iris Cow, Linda Murray. Those are women that I was looking at probably about midway through my powerlifting career and just amazed at their physiques. And in my mind, one day I would like to look like that, or at least share that same success on the stage.
Right now, we see you are at your job. Talk to us about your job a little bit.
So I've probably been solo now, probably going on a month. So I am now officially what's considered an owner-operator truck driver. So I'm an on-the-road truck driver. So that's what's made it so hard to get on this podcast, is every day looks a little different from me. Even currently right now, I'm in New Jersey, getting ready to head out tonight to Maryland. So I'm not going to say it makes it hard to train, because I'm doing everything that I can. I have workout equipment on my truck. I have food on my truck. And then
are you working out in your truck? Are you prepping for your women? No, stop. I don't know if are you no. Are you prepping for your women's bodybuilding show in your truck?
So I'm not going to say everything happens in the truck. Like, for instance, today, because I'm an owner operator, I get to dictate my schedule, right? So today I was able to create space for me to go to the gym. I try to go to the gym for all my big movements, like my back, my legs, my chest. But on the truck is when I get those lighter movements, like my shoulders or my triceps or my arms. So on and off, I'm not going to say everything happens in the truck, but majority of it kind of does.
But how long are we going to go when we are 2-3 months out? 2 months out from the pro show. Are we going to prep every day in the gym then, or are you going to keep this side delt lateral? I've seen it. Where you're like, come on, we got to go to the gym every day then.
I think that's the understanding that I kind of had when I came into bodybuilding, is it was, you have to go to the gym every day, but I believe the gym is where you make it. I get cardio on and off my truck. It's, you have to make the most of your time. If I was in a position like I was in the powerlifting world, where I was blessed to go to the gym every day, that was great. But now that I'm trying to grow something outside of fitness, I'm making it work for myself. So what I can do on the truck, I do. What I can do in the gym, I do. But even now, as you can see, I'm able to put on size. I'm able to stay healthy. It's what you use your time how you want to. You got 24 hours in a day. You use it how you want to.
Impressive.
I don't want to go too personal there, but was there any money in women's strongman at all?
Oh, yeah. When I very first came into powerlifting, at that time, I remember people laughing at me for saying I wanted to make a living off of it. And some of the cash prizes that I've won in powerlifting, I won $40,000. I'm at one of my shows, 12,000, 10,000, 3,000. There's money to be made, but you also
sponsored as well.
Yes, I was sponsored. I was sponsored through Anderson Powerlifting. Then I had an equipment sponsor. No, I had a apparel sponsor that was Squat to Depth. And so I made the most of it in powerlifting. I was blessed to make it to the top and reap the benefits of being at the top.
Wow.
Good. That's good, because there's not so much in women's bodybuilding if you don't, other than winning the best shows, of course. But it's nice to see it, because you're making a good living what you're doing now, of course, because this is very, you're only 25, 26, so this is very good. I know a lot of people who run their own, especially we live in Europe, but usually here in Europe, it's very good pay, isn't it? To be...
Yes, yeah. I'm not gonna, I don't know what it's like to be a local truck driver, but I know being on the road, I'm making the most out of it. That's why, like I said, I could take more time off to go to the gym, but like anybody else, I like making money. So I keep my truck moving so I can continue to make good money.
You get paid on the miles, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, JB, she has the genetics given from above, something really special. This is not normal person. This is something special. So going from as the strongest woman to women's bodybuilding at only 25, 26 years old. This is I hope people understand that we are about to witness something crazy now. This is going to be... because you're going to use for the first, like, proper, well, you always use proper nutrition, but bodybuilding nutrition and bodybuilding supplementation and everything that's needed for bodybuilding, we're going to do it, correct?
Yes, that's the thing, that I think there's that misconception with powerlifting. And as I get it, powerlifters are typically known, just like truckers, for being overweight, lazy, but the way I did my powerlifting training is very similar to the way I'm training as a bodybuilder. Yeah. So, the biggest reason I retired is, like I said, I lost the passion for the sport. And so I'm not doing women's bodybuilding for the money. Hell, I'm not even doing it to try to get to the top. I'm doing it because at this point in my life, I found that drive again to want to get back in the sport. So whatever happens, I'm going to put out the same energy I did in powerlifting, and that's my best. I'm going to put out my best.
Awesome.
In women's bodybuilding, there are many great athletes, but there aren't as many charismatic. Well, you can't say that either, but that little stuff. Yeah, but like, you know what I mean, JB? You know what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. That extra little oomph to get the regular, like a Dana Lynn Bailey. Do you know who Dana Lynn Bailey is?
Of course, yes.
Back before that, we had Larissa Race, people that got people excited from outside of the sport to start watching it. And you are definitely someone with the right marketing and everything. You can go all the way to the top, huh?
If that's what's going to happen on my journey, I'm going to let it happen. I think where a lot of athletes, individuals mess up, even coming into trucking, I had no idea what to expect. But I know me, and I know if I put out my best, then I expect the best. So even coming into women's bodybuilding, if it gets people excited, great. But I can't focus on the end result or what's going to line up at the end. I have to take care of today. That way I can have a better day for tomorrow. So we'll see, Just to get some numbers for the people at home. When you do delts, what dumbbells do you do for shoulder press? The way pretty much make sure that I stay safe and healthy 100% of the time. So for him, it's not necessarily about how much weight I can move. It's how many reps that I can get done correctly. So honestly, I'm probably not going to go as heavy as the 20-pound dumbbells on delts. But if I'm doing military press, then I'll amp that up to about 185, 205 pounds. And that, so when I'm doing my dumbbell work, it's all about time under tension and blood flow. That's the way Brandon trains me.
Do you squat still?
Yes and no. Being out here on the road, I don't squat like I used to for max weight. Now I squat to just pump blood to my quads or my hamstrings and things like that. Okay. So the heaviest I can on squat is 405 pounds. Whereas for powerlifting, the heaviest I've repped is 600 pounds, You
repped 600 pounds for repping?
I've repped 600 for 3 on squats, and I've deadlifted 600 for 4. Powerlifting.
This is very good. When you go to the gym like this, you must get guys motivated, huh? Because when I go to the gym, obviously there aren't girls at my gym who train heavier like that. But if I see a girl who's doing way more than me, I will go home and go crazy. Surely, guys, they get really impressed by your strength and they get motivated by you, correct?
Yeah, I think that's the most beautiful thing about it, is just to be able to bring that energy to the gym. Even in the trucking life, you know, sometimes when I'm outside of my truck, I'll legit see other truckers getting out of their trucks and just start moving around, working out. So just to be that light, it's exciting, you know, because nobody wants to be in the gym and not getting the most out of it. So yes, guys, and even the gym I went to earlier today, energy was kind of dead. But then when I came in, I could just see it around me. People started picking up their energy, training even harder. I'm like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
How tall are you and how much do you weigh right now?
So I am 5'4.5". We're going to keep the half on there.
5'4.5", okay.
And I'm probably right now 215, 220. So this is the heaviest I have ever been.
So you're 220 now, in decent shape, huh?
In decent shape, yes.
Yeah. 220. JB, she's already hit the 215 mark, huh?
212 mark.
When I started working with Brandon, I think at that time I was 190 pounds. And so for him, it was I can't come into bodybuilding with the same mentality I have for powerlifting. For powerlifting, I would have, you know, as a 198 or a 181, I would have never let myself get no more than 10 pounds over my weight class. Yeah. That when I cut into the show, you know, I didn't worry about losing strength or anything like that. But for bodybuilding, I get to have a little bit more fun now and allow my body to do what it wants to do. So one of the things about me is I know I can put on size. Size has never been a problem. So for Brandon to tell me, you know, to get up to 225, I was very excited for that.
So we're going to see you on stage shredded to the bone at 180, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. JB.
Yeah.
Before we go, say something to CC before we go. Tell us if you're excited or not.
I'm really excited to finally have you on. It's a great pleasure to see you live now. Thank you very much for having the time for us. And I certainly will get excited when you're on stage in Chicago. And hopefully, in between, we have another interview again. Hopefully.
Of course. I think it'd be cool to be able to see where I'm at now and then us come back later on and just compare and contrast. And I'll be able to be a little bit more accurate about the journey and I guess the difference between how I train now as a bodybuilder versus how I trained as a powerlifter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
We are excited, and this summer it's going down, and we can't wait. That's for sure. It's gonna be awesome. And well, thank you for your time, and you got to end it with a front most muscular because you're looking very round. We got to end it with the front most muscular. You know how to do that. The hands on.
You want me to give you a front most muscular?
Yeah,
please.
Because we see the arms and the delts.
Please.
That's what the people want to see.
You just want me to flex?
Yes. People want to see it.
Flex?
So she's coming this summer. The new star guaranteed. And we can't wait. And we'll see you in this summer. Bye-bye.
We'll see.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.